Please listen carefully.
Hello, universe. Welcome to the Optimist Daily Update. I'm Ariel Tienko.
And I'm Summers McKay.
And we are part of the team behind the Optimist Daily, making solutions the news. We bring you reader-funded solutions news every day in order to change the tenor of news media, social media, and the direction of your day to help us all get focused on what's going right in the world.
7 days a week, we publish positive news stories written by award-winning journalists and delivered online to your inbox and through our social channels. And also, we are sharing these solutions in a commute-worthy, walk-worthy, home office-worthy, get outside because it's maybe almost spring-worthy podcast. Today is Tuesday, the 15th of February, 2022. Okay, so it's definitely not almost spring.
Well, that's an optimistic outlook.
Technically, I guess it's like March 21st, spring is here. So it's soon. We're in like the dog days of winter, right?
Yeah, it's a short month.
Exactly.
Did Groundhog Day already pass? I'm not sure.
Yes. I think if I remember, the groundhog did see his shadow, so we're going to have more, I don't know, we're going to have more winter or whatever, but
oh,
I know. Isn't 2022 like 2021, like 2020? Isn't it all just Groundhog Day? Right?
It's all just blended into this big mush.
Yeah, exactly. On the upside, anything fun to share with the world today, Ariel?
Well, the sun has been shining in the Netherlands, which has been good.
That is exciting. A little vitamin D.
I mean, it did rain a bit yesterday, but it has just been so gray and so cloudy for like consecutive days that even 2 days of sunshine is like, oh my God. Did you celebrate Valentine's Day in any special way?
We did. I actually had a lot of fun. My daughter's school, she's old enough now that they make Valentines, right? They're 2 years old. So we handmade, I mean, we bought store-bought Valentines, but then Brennan drew on them and put stickers on them and helped me write all of her friends' names on them.
Aww.
It was really cute. And I mean, these things, you know, my daughter's art style is best described as like a Jackson Pollock.
Oh, I see.
Is really how Brennan colors. Getting her to color on the paper is an accomplishment. Getting her to color in between the lines, that's just, I'm never going to get that. That's not the goal. They're these very funny, just hideous looking, like scribbled all over.
It's avant-garde.
So I'm hoping that the other parents, when, you know, because all the kids came home and got to open their Valentines with their parents at home, and I'm hoping the other parents were possibly slightly amused by my daughter. You know, and when she puts stickers on things, she doesn't like space out the stickers. She puts all the stickers on top of each other. So there's like a stack of stickers.
Layering, texture.
Exactly. So that was actually my favorite part of Valentine's Day. And in addition to spending time with my husband, and he cooked a lovely dinner. And it was actually kind of the ridiculousness yesterday morning of putting Valentines together with my daughter. And it was also pajama day at school. So she got to go to school in her pajamas. I kind of just wanted to be a 2.5-year-old. Like, I wanted to wear my pajamas all day and play with Valentines and do circle time. So it was a very sweet Valentine's Day. And I actually think it was maybe one of the articles that you wrote about Valentine's crafting with your kids.
Oh, yeah.
That gave me a little bit of like freedom when I was working on these Valentines. I was like, why not let her scribble all over them? Why not let her, you know, they don't have to look perfect. This whole thing has to be fun. And then she was so proud to take them into school and give them to her friends. So
it's an authentic expression of her love.
Exactly. Exactly. So yes, that was my Valentine's celebration. How about yours?
Well, it kind of passed by uneventfully. I normally work during Valentine's Day, and so I did work, but it's good. I mean, I think you can celebrate love all year round. Is that cheesy?
No, and that is why this week on the Optimist Daily, it's healthy intimacy and healthy relationships, and it's just continuing with love and self-love and all of the different, you know, iterations of it.
Just as your daughter's Valentine's Day cards express, love is sometimes messy.
Yes. Love can definitely be messy and complicated and wonderful. It is all those things. Well, speaking of love, we're going to hit on some love topics today. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I will go first.
All right.
My headline reads, 3 tips to bring more intimacy into your relationship. Intimacy is a crucial part of any healthy, fulfilling relationship, and that goes way beyond what happens in the bedroom. So if you're looking to reconnect with a long-term lover, or if you want to discover a newer partner, then these are 3 ways to boost intimacy in your relationship. So this is going to harken back to a previous podcast that you and Christy did, because the first tip is learn your love languages. This is the idea that everyone has like a different love language that they resonate with more. I think they are words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, help me out, Summers.
Quality time, like time spent together, and then gift
Yes,
giving.
that's right. As you said before in the other podcast, knowing your partner's love language can help you express love in the way that they want to receive it. And knowing your love language can help you communicate to your partner, this is how I want to be loved. This is how I accept love in the most natural way for me. So if you feel like you're lacking intimacy in your relationship, then maybe just check back and have a meaningful discussion on the way you express love to someone. And then once you're on the same page, then you can learn what makes your partner truly happy and what makes you truly happy. The second tip is try a little more touching. Touch is an essential part of bonding in a relationship, and it invites intimacy through physical connection. But you don't have to always think that touch means getting frisky underneath the sheets.
There's a lot more to touch than just sex touch.
Yes, exactly. So what sex and intimacy coach Camilla Constant says, a massage might be the perfect way to create intimacy outside the bedroom. And then also just paying attention to the power of fleeting touches throughout the day, like giving a simple hug or just a quick kiss on the cheek, something like that. And then the third is discovering everyday intimacy. So a lot of us might feel that between work and other obligations, our schedules are just so packed that quality time with your partner is nearly impossible. But try not to give in to this mindset. Instead, what you should do is carve out moments of intimacy within the mundane. Camilla recommends doing this through reconnection rituals, and this could involve simply cooking dinner or doing the chores together or whatever it might be. So these little reconnection rituals will allow couples to create a sanctum together, away from the stresses and responsibilities of the outside world, even if it's just for, say, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or just the 20 minutes you spend doing the laundry or something.
It's like a little mini meditation together, right? Some sort of activity together where you are making that time precious, even if it is just for a few minutes here and there. So love that. And I love increasing intimacy in relationship. I'm going to take on a different topic today. And this one is a little tricky because it talks about a word that we have elevated as a culture way beyond where it ever needed to be. And I, as the mother of a little girl, want to make sure that she doesn't feel encumbered by this word. My headline reads, to improve young people's self-esteem, ditch the term virginity.
Loaded word.
It's a very loaded word. The concept of virginity is deeply ingrained in our society. The word is commonly used to describe the sexual status of people who have not yet had intercourse. Many would argue this concept throughout history has been used to control and shame people, especially women. Virginity shaming, slut shaming, women are, regularly shamed if they lose their virginity too early or explore sex with multiple partners. And men are more often than not praised for being players or sleeping around. There's also this really tricky thing about the word virginity because it's something that can be taken or given. For those people who have an intercourse experience young that was not by choice, because we know that rape happens, having someone be told that they lost their virginity during a non-consensual act, during a violent sex act, can be really, really demeaning to people. So I have been following a woman on TikTok who really went through a post that went viral about how she is not going to teach her daughters about virginity. Her name is Casey LaCourte, and she has decided to flip the script that teaches her daughters an unconventional way to think about where they are in their sexual journey. She argues that the concept of virginity is an outdated patriarchal control mechanism, which only serves as a way to make women feel bad about themselves. She urges that her views are not undermining the importance of sex, just wants to build our girls up instead of tearing them down with insecurity. So sex is still really, really important. It's a mutually consensual and shared act between two people. Virginity is just kind of a fallacy. And having someone be elevated because they either are or are not a virgin doesn't actually determine whether they are a good person. LaCourte is quoted as saying, I'm raising them to be good people and have solid foundations and make their own choices and make intelligent choices. So it's about having a moral compass. It's about having integrity. It's about having kindness. It's not about whether or not you have had penile vaginal penetration at some point in your life. Intercourse itself doesn't define someone if you're a virgin or not a virgin. So LaCourte wants to sever the untrue connection that virginity status has anything to do with moral character. And we really embrace this idea because discovering what you want when it comes to sex is a subject everyone should be able to approach in whichever way they feel comfortable. And as parents, having an open conversation with our children when it is age appropriate. Certainly I'm not talking to Brennan about sex at 2.5, but I do have older children and I have had conversations with them about intercourse and not valuing virginity so much as valuing choice, what choices they make, who they want to be in relationships with, who they want to share their bodies with, and knowing that it is 100% their choice. They are not good or bad because they have or have not lost their virginity. So anyway, this is a tricky topic. I encourage you guys to go read the actual article, dive into the conversation. Tell us how you're raising your children in a sexually empowered way. And I'm going to just say this, and you and I have talked about this before, Ariel, but sexually empowered does not mean sexually active. Sexually empowered means they are empowered to make the choice whether they are or are not. In fact, sexual empowerment can be choosing not to have sex. Anyway, I love this conversation and I love flipping the script. You know, Casey LaCourte, you inspire me. So thank you for taking your stand on TikTok and sharing with the world. We have some other great stories today. Actually, the next one fits in perfectly with this. Understanding your own sexual boundaries, a crucial step for healthy sex. There is some grocery store advice from a professional food shopper, not about sex. 7 simple and affordable ways you can practice self-care. Some basic tips to enrich your sex life. What else do we have?
All right, so Italy has passed a new law that makes its constitution greener. A 3-step guide to mindful masturbation. Oh, we're back on the sex beat. Demand is dwindling. Iceland decides to end whaling by 2024. And these 3 strategies will help you train your mind to be more positive. So that is everything we have today on the Optimist Daily Update. We promise to continue to share positive, solution-based stories with ideas on how you can participate in this changing world and ensure it is changed for the good. We also promise to cover the current events with accuracy, legitimate sources, and offer you the information needed most to chart new paths for all of us.
If you haven't already, please consider becoming an emissary on theoptimistdaily.com. And for as little as $5 a month or more, support reader-funded independent journalism. Be part of the solution-changing consciousness in addressing our world's biggest challenges with a problem-solving mindset. Let's keep the Optimist Daily free to all who need it, supported by those who can. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with more solutions.
Bye.